Hey guys, what's up? ShaneWolf38 here, and today I have a Dinspire concept for you in Minecraft. Dinspire is from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, probably my favorite Zelda game, and what it does is it surrounds you in a globe of fire when you use it, and it will light up any torches near you or set fire to any mobs near you. Now they're not really called mobs in Zelda, but in Minecraft it sets fire to any mobs near you. So if I stand right here and use it, you can see that it will set fire to all of these torches, or not set fire to them, but light them up. Now, one thing that's really cool about this is that if you go over here and then you make another one, it'll work on this one too. It'll work absolutely anywhere. And you can also see if it doesn't have a fence under it, it won't work. And if it doesn't have air above it, it won't work. So if I stand right here, you can see this one is not set on fire, this one is not set on fire, but these are set on fire. You can see I'm getting a little bit of lag right here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now it also set fire to any zombie. So if I do this and set it to night, and it doesn't just work on zombies, I don't know why I said that it works on any mob. If I do this, it'll get set on fire, and if it's not in my radius, it doesn't get set on fire. That one was in my radius though. If it's like right here, it's not going to get set on fire. So yeah, if I do get near it, it will. And then I'm just going to TP every single zombie into the void so I don't have to deal with that. Wow, that fire went out right when I did that. Okay. Now, just set it to day. Let me explain the command blocks. Now, if you don't want to watch this, because this is the kind of a lengthy part of the video, that's fine, but for any of you guys who are curious about the command blocks, here it is. This one, over here, just gives you one of these. Really simple command. It's just a give command. This is just a fill clock, nothing too fancy, that fills this one time every 20 seconds. Cool. Now what this command block here does is it's going to give a scoreboard score to any item that meets all the criteria that this has. It has the same name, has the same lore, and has the same item. It's the same item. It's going to give it a Dinspire score of 1. Then what it's going to do is it's going to execute at that item that has a Dinspire score of 1. So it's going to execute at this. And it's going to set any person near it. It's going to give them a fire score of 1. So when I drop this, it's going to give me a fire score of 1. Then what it's going to do is it's going to execute at any item that has a Dinspire score of 1 again. And it's going to give me a fire charge with all the same stuff as this, because when I drop it I lose it, so it has to give me another one. Then it's going to kill any item with a Dinspire score of 1. So when I drop it, it's going to give me a fire score of 1, it's going to give me this back, and it's going to kill the item. Now I was going to make it have a timer so you couldn't just, you know, spam it like I can do right here, but I never really got around to doing that. I don't know, I just got kind of lazy. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, it still works really well. It's pretty cool. It's just a concept, so I wasn't really going to expand on it that much unless I wanted to incorporate this into a map. Now, this next one is going to execute at anyone with a fire score minimum 1, which the item just gave you, and it's going to play the particle flames around you. Now, this is where the tricky part is. It's going to execute at anyone with a fire score minimum 1. It's going to fill the area around them with a double plant 0. It's going to replace every hopper that has a data value of 0, so it looks like this, with the double plant 0. Now double plant 0 has a unique property where if it's placed, or if it replaces any item, it breaks immediately and turns into its item form. Although one thing that's kind of annoying about it is that if it's like this and you replace these two blocks, it'll update and turn into 2 of its item forms. But if it's like this with just 1 block and it does it, it's going to get stuck like this until it receives an update. Now that's the annoying thing about it, but I found a little fix for that. And excuse me 1 second. Sorry, my voice is getting kind of cloggy. Okay, so alright, yeah. Then what it does is it's going to execute at anyone with a fire score minimum 1, and it's going to fill the area around them. It's going to replace all air with stone 2, which is this. And then immediately after, it's going to execute at you, or anyone with a fire score of 1, and fill the area around them and replace all stone 2 with air. Now what that does is it updates the item, or the flower stalk, so it will turn into its item form. Now that happens instantly, so you don't even notice that it happens. It happens so quickly. Now it executes at anyone with a fire score of minimum 1, and it sets any item to an item score of 1 if it's a double plant with damage 0. So it's this thing. Now I was going to make it have an age 0, but I've kind of been having some glitches with that, so that hasn't really been working right, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the problem with that. Now it's going to execute at anyone with a fire score of minimum 1. It's going to execute at the item with an item score of minimum 1, and it's going to set block a hopper with a data value of 0. So it's just going to set block this. Then what it's going to do is, this is a long command, it's going to execute at anyone with a fire score of minimum 1. It's going to execute at any item with an item score of minimum 1, which is this thing right here. And let's get back there. It's going to detect if right under it there's a fence, and if there is a fence, it's going to execute at any item with an item score of minimum 1. It's only going to execute at one of them, so it's going to execute at itself. So everyone that does have a fence under it is going to get executed at. Now it's going to detect if there's air right above it, and if there is air right above it, it's going to set block right above it. It's going to set block fire. Then what it does is it executes at anyone with a fire score of minimum 1 and kills any item with an item score of minimum 1. Now you really don't need this front part in most of these. I just added them in because a long time ago I thought you did need them, which is when I made this video. Or not this video, so I made this whole thing a long time ago, but today I just decided to upload it, so I added a little bit more to it, and yeah, that's about it. So then it executes anyone with a fire score of minimum 1, and any mob, it's going to use an entity data command, and any mob in a radius of 5 is going to get a fire of 100. So for 100 ticks or 5 seconds, it's going to be on fire. Now that's any mob that's not a player, because you can't use entity data on players. In fact, you don't even need that, but you know, you may as well have it. And then this just resets anyone who has a fire score of minimum 1. It resets their fire score. So yeah, that's about it. I think that's pretty cool. Nice little concept. Yeah, I don't know. You could use this in maps, I suppose. You could do a lot with it. But yeah, for now it's just a concept. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm probably going to upload another video later today that has to do with another kind of cool concept. So yeah. That's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know if I already said that, but yeah. Peace, guys. Peace.